Hey everybody, my name is Angela Salas. I'm with Key to Life Botanicals, and today I'm here with Live at 5 Studios doing an interview with my boy D. So I hope y'all enjoy.
All right, everybody. This is the first interview Live at 5 Studios.
Woo woo.
And
got my shirt representing
the first shirt. That's the first Live at 5 Studio. I ain't even got a Live at 5 Studio shirt.
So I got it in green.
And green, of course. It's got to be green. So first, let's go ahead and introduce you, your name, where you from, and I guess a little history on how did you get into this business.
Well, my name is Angela Salas, and I am from Wisconsin. Yes, Wisconsin. Haven't been there in a long time, but I'm from Wisconsin and Minnesota. I've been in Texas for about 3 years. My husband's from Texas. He just retired from the military. He wanted to come home. I like heat. I grew up in snow, so I was like, let's go. I was all about it. So, yeah, I've been here for 3 years.
And kids?
I have one child. He's 23 years old.
Grown man. That's a grown man.
Yeah, that's what my husband keeps saying. I'm sorry. I have a grown man. He's 23 years old. And he moved out recently. And then 3 of my stepkids just got to move in at the same time. So I was an empty nester for about 15 seconds. So now I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 13-year-old that lives with us.
And they almost grown.
They're almost grown. Yes.
And
I'm older than I appear. Okay.
Black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
So as far as the business goes, what I guess, did you have any other jobs or businesses before this?
This is my first business. I was always super scared to be an entrepreneur. Love my family, but my family comes from the background of you work hard, you climb the corporate ladder, and those are your successes. And anything outside of that is like, you don't do it, it's too risky.
Yeah.
So, you know how it is, right?
I think I've never been taught to own a business. I've always been taught to, okay, you go start at McDonald's as a cashier or something, you work your way up to manager, and then you're living a good life.
Yeah, exactly. You work your way up to $45,000 and you made it, You
made it. Still in the same neighborhood, haven't took no trips.
Right,
just
exactly.
McDonald's manager.
I was scared to be an entrepreneur. It was more my husband that kind of pushed me out. Like, I've been in sales my entire adult life, so I'm always really good at selling things that I'm passionate about or believing in. But in order to do a business for myself, everybody's like, Angela, do this, do that, do this. And I'm like, I don't really feeling it. But when I learned about CBD and I saw what it did for my husband and for my friends, I was like, okay, finally, this is something I really want to do. And I was already in the medical field at that time. And I started to see the environment change. Like, the medical staff was talking about CBD, and the opioid crisis changed, and people were starting to realize, like, the pharmaceutical game, was poisoning us. It just, everything happened at the right moment.
Big pharma.
Yeah.
Gotta touch everything.
You want to get me started on that.
Yeah.
We'll be here till tomorrow.
All right. This will be session 1, session 2.
Right, exactly.
So I guess a big problem in most, I guess I wouldn't say communities, but with people, is that they don't even really know, I guess, the basics about CBD, right, or the difference between CBD oils and, I guess, would it be THC oils?
Yep.
So I guess you could tell us what the CBD oil is, and then transition to the THC, or you can compare them. Or
yes, I always joke around. I give a CBD class like every day, 5,000 times a day. I just want to record myself and like just blast that all around. But so CBD comes from the hemp plant, and hemp is cannabis. Marijuana is cannabis, and they are cousins. Some people say they're brothers and sisters. Some people say they're cousins. I don't know. They family, okay?
They're related,
but it's still cannabis. So marijuana is high in THC and low in CBD. THC is a psychoactive ingredient that gets you high. Mm-hmm. So hemp, on the other hand, is high in CBD and low in THC. It's so low in THC that you couldn't get high if you tried. But THC still has its own medicinal value. Okay. So THC and CBD are both cannabinoids, and there's over 100 cannabinoids in hemp and in marijuana. So those are just one of the two that you hear about.
Okay.
CBD has 80% of the medicinal value of hemp, so that's why you hear it. But there's tons of other cannabinoids too. When they're all working together, they work even better than when just CBD by itself. At times, depending on what you're taking it for. So, in my store, let me back up. It is legal in all 50 states to have 0.3% THC. Okay. But in the states, obviously, where marijuana is legal recreationally or medicinally, they can have a higher.
Okay.
So here it's 0.3.
So what's the difference? What's the big deal about the 0.3 versus 0.4?
Well, I don't know where the FDA decided to stand in, or the government, or who decided that was the level of why it's legal. We fall under the Farm Act. I don't want to get too far off on you guys, but we fall under the Farm Act, and the Farm Act, I think, came out in 2014 under Obama legislation that allows industrial hemp.
Okay.
Whereas before they couldn't do that because it was classified with marijuana, and so it was a lot of confusion. There's still a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Right now, this is legal in all 50 states, but it's completely illegal on the federal level. So I could get shut down any day.
Wow.
Right? But like I said, the constituents, the people that you are voting for, the politicians, we just got to get behind the right people and get the laws changed, because the reason that we stay in the gray is there's so many people out there that are using this for medicinal use, and it's helped them and their families so much that our politicians, they don't want to take it away. They don't want to do anything because they don't want to get voted out.
Yeah.
But they don't want to say yes because they don't want to get voted out. So
they're trying to play it both. Well, is the CBD, because I seen a video with, I guess a kid, was it a kid or somebody was having like a seizures and stuff, and they gave him some oil. Was it the CBD oil with the 0.3 or the?
No. It's got to be higher. CBD, okay, is in the hemp plant and in the marijuana plant. Okay. So those types of oils that you usually see in those videos are marijuana derived CBD. Okay. It's got a higher amount of THC in it. My CBD is derived from hemp, so that's the difference. So you can use CBD for my type from hemp for muscle spasms, seizures, tremors, twitches, but it's a whole different level. And you can go up different strengths, but what you're usually seeing is THC and CBD that's derived from the marijuana plant. Okay. But, Charlotte's Web, it was the girl that it was named after because she used an oil, she was having seizures, hundreds of them a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that the same Charlotte's Web from the cartoon?
No. I think I still have my book at my parents' house.
Yeah, I don't think that's almost in everybody's house. Charlotte's Web is like a classic. Like,
yep.
If your kids ain't reading that or
hey, if you reading to your kids, don't give me some.
They read themselves. Yeah. I don't have to read to them no more. Well, it's a few words, but you know. So, what's the different kinds? Because everybody can't see, but I can see. You got different product. I guess the pictures I'll post, but can you explain a few, like the oils, the creams, and...
So this is how you can do it. Everybody hears CBD. Remember I said it's 80% of the medicinal value. So you can isolate CBD by itself, or you can have a broad spectrum oil. A broad spectrum means you took the whole hemp plant and you took the THC out. So that little tiny amount of the psychoactive ingredient, you take it out. Okay. Now remember I said it can't get you high, but some people get drug tested either for their work or if you're in a pain management program right now, the way that the doctor can evaluate that you're not abusing the opioids that he's giving you, they're getting drug tested. So 70 and 80-year-old people are getting drug tested now because of the medications that they're taking. So that gives you an option to have an oil with no THC, but more cannabinoids than just CBD by itself. Okay. Or you can have what's called the full spectrum, and it's an oil that's got all the whole plant. So they don't take out the THC, so you have that 0.3% trace in there.
So that would be the one that you take the test and you fail. Okay.
People were like, okay, well, if it's such a small amount, then what's the difference? Well, it has its own medicinal value. For some people, it takes a little bit more edge off with the pain. And for other people, it's more preventative, because I can't say this, but science is doing a lot of research and it's saying that THC kills certain cancer cells. Yeah. Some people just want that because they're going through cancer, they fought it, so just different reasons.
I've actually heard that before about the people actually, instead of doing radioactive treatments, they do. I don't know what the name of it is, but pretty much, I'm pretty sure they're using marijuana
Yep.
in the case,
Yep.
and they didn't ever say it was a cure. I guess they say it was a way to cope or
to alleviate a lot of the symptoms
Yeah.
of what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because no CBD or THC that we know right now, because science is limited, because you can't get funding to research an illegal drug.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So people are just kind of using it as a preventative, just to kind of figure out. We can't say it heals anything. We can't say it cures anything, but alleviates the symptoms of many, many things.
So if it comes down to the vote, would you vote to legalize?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I know, but they might not know. But are you a user of the CBD oil or any other?
I am definitely a user of the CBD oils. I use multiple ones. I do edibles. And for me, it was kind of like, I was one of those ones that wanted to use it as a nutritional supplement and as a preventative, because I don't have any types of injuries or ailments or PTSD, or I had a little bit of anxiety and just the normal aches and pains of a 40-year-old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take it. My husband was taking it for, or still takes it for PTSD, pain, depression, anxiety, all these things. He got, off all his medication after he started taking CBD. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to start doing this.
Yeah.
Then my aches and pains went away. Then my anxiety went away. My mood was better. I had all this energy. I used to have to sleep 8 to 10 hours a night. And now I sleep like 5. And I'm like, whoo, let's go. You know what I mean? So for everybody, it's different. You don't have to be sick to take it or to benefit from it.
I think that's what most people think. Like, well, I feel fine. I don't need it. But, I mean, there's more to it. Maybe you feel fine, but at night you toss and turn because, your body is finally reacting to all the work that you did all day, chasing kids around or whatever you have to do. And then you wonder why you sleeping 8 to 10 hours because you're trying to make up for the 4 hours that you tossing and turning. So that actually makes sense. And for everybody out there, I bought one for my wife. Which one did I buy?
You bought the oral pain spray for her headaches and migraines.
Okay, I bought, and I think she took it. Like I said earlier, I can't prove it, but I think she sprayed it. I've used it twice already, and I think for the past 2 nights, I've actually got some good sleep.
That's good.
So, I'm planning on using that and then maybe bumping up to the oil. But I'm in the whole, I'm trying to do the natural thing too. So I'm trying not to take Advils or Tylenols or, all this stuff that they tell us what's in it, but we really don't know what's in it.
All right. And that stuff affects your liver, your kidneys, all that stuff.
All that stuff. And I wouldn't advocate, because people is your own people, so I wouldn't advocate you to go and smoke, or I wouldn't even advocate you to do it, but at least try it, because think about it, you've been taking Advils and Tylenols and all these other drugs, and what has changed? Like, you still taking it.
You're still, pharmaceuticals is a business.
Yes.
Think about it. If your doctors made you better, how would they stay in business?
Exactly.
It's just a cycle of money, and people, people are aware. People are aware, and they're fed up. They're just like, I have 80-year-old people who come in here, and they're just like, I'm never going to my doctor again. I'm not filling this prescription. He doesn't even listen to me. He just keeps writing me prescriptions. He doesn't even look up or engage me in the eye, like they don't care.
Yeah.
They're making money here, just for writing these prescriptions. They're getting flown out to Hawaii for writing these prescriptions. And it's like, what's really, really something I found out recently was the pharmaceutical companies and the government says there was no medicinal value to these plants, yet they put patents on these plants in the 90s for different medical issues and syndromes. So now they've poisoned us. Now the FDA just approved their first drug for kids with a rare form of epilepsy that's derived from the marijuana plant, but it's the CBD from the marijuana plant. So now what we're worried about as consumers and business owners is the pharmaceutical company is going to come in with the FDA and take this away from us and make it theirs.
Yeah.
And then it won't be natural anymore. What are they going to add to it?
Exactly.
What are they going to be doing? What are you taking? So it's just kind of like a broken cycle that
I think that's what
won't change.
That's what I think if they was to do, that's what they would actually do, because they don't want you to go to this natural life. Because of course it's going to keep them out of business. That's why I always tell people, you need to watch what you eat, watch what you drink, and watch what your kids eat and drink too. Because like a lot of these foods they give us have these steroids and all this stuff in it, and a lot of it is fake. Like some people is not even scared of GMOs. Like you be like, okay, so you would give your kid fake meat or fake, just fake anything. Like I heard, I think it was Dr. Sebi, who we'll just say he passed away, but he always said if it don't add to you, it's subtracted.
Yep.
In some way or form. So if you're eating fake whatever GMO, and you can read the label, it'll tell you. It's just in fine print. You just have to take your time and say it. A lot of the candies that we give our kids have GMO products in it. So those artificial, sweeteners or sugars and stuff. So
all that stuff.
All that stuff. So like I said, I bought this pain spray and it's working for me. I can notice it. Maybe it might not be working, but mentally, it's working for me. So I am not gonna stop. Yeah, it's better than taking these sleep aids because they always have a groggy thing like NyQuil.
Yep.
I actually got addicted to NyQuil coming home from working graveyard shift. I used to take a shot. I would not be sick. I just take a shot of NyQuil just to sleep good.
Yep.
So
to guarantee it.
Yeah, but then I wake up and I still feel it, and it's hard to kick back in when you go to work. So
there's very few side effects to these products. Like maybe it'll give you too much energy, and some of them might make you a little sleepy. But it's just like medication. You just got to kind of find, what works best for you. And you don't have to jump into an oil. There's vaping products, there's topicals, there's edibles, there's all types of different ways that you can use CBD. You just got to be educated about it. The one thing that really bugs me is people be like, and it's not their fault. It's just false advertisement or misunderstanding things. They're like, I got my CBD on Amazon. I'd be like, no, you didn't. They're like, no, I got it in my purse right now. I'm like, it's not CBD oil. No, but it said it. And they pull it out and it says hemp seed oil, which is completely different than CBD oil. They're totally two different things. And then people are like, oh man, they're all bummed out. You just educate them.
Yeah.
But these products are not federally regulated. So if I had one thing for you all to take away, these are not federally regulated. So anybody can be making these products. You don't know what you're taking when you're just ordering offline. Or even if you're going into a smoke shop or some random store. Like my store, and there's several other stores in the community that are completely dedicated to CBD. They're third-party tested, meaning like the people who made it tested it, somebody else tested it, and then a third party who's unbiased tested it, so you know what's in it.
Okay.
There should always be a label. People come in here like, oh, Angela, this is what I'm taking. What's in it? There's no label. I don't know. What am I psychic? I don't know what
water.
It is. So at the very least, just do your due diligence. Get educated. I have people come in here all the time. They don't necessarily buy anything. They want to know information. They leave with that information. They gather some more of the information, and they come back, and that's great.
A lot of, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but a lot of people have this negative misconception about just marijuana, period.
Yeah.
And I think it's through media and the government, of course. But it's perfect. It's crazy how people will be okay with you drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes, but if you say you smoke weed, they look at you as if you're just dope head, and you're like, I bet you sleep on the floor at home. You're like, actually, no, I own a Fortune 500 business, and this is, so I think the research is very important. Studying anything. I mean, you should be studying the drugs you take from your doctor, but nobody questions the doctor because he's a doctor.
But you listen to the commercials, like side effects include this, that, suicide, you jumping out of a window, you dying, heart palpitations, diarrhea to death. But that doesn't concern you. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Marijuana, we all know, has a big, it's been stigmatized for years and years and years and years. And that was all propaganda from a long time ago, but I think it's going to kind of come unraveled a little bit because there's a big change going on. I mean, look at all the other states. I think there's like 28, 29 states where it's legal.
Yeah,
so
I mean, the one thing I would say about the president of this United States is I think he's actually pushing toward the legalization of it more than recent presidents, I would say, but I mean, I'm going to get off that because that's about the only thing good that I would say about him.
He started
I know.
But President Trump not my president, but President Trump does support that states should be able to make their own laws. And that's how he looks at it. If that state decides that's what they want to do, then that's their constitutional right. So that's good.
Yeah, I think that would actually help. I think that would be good because if that's the case, I'm pretty sure all states would be for it. You probably would have a few that'll fight it. I honestly think Texas will probably fight it because Texas seems like it's its own country.
Yeah,
the Republic of Texas.
Last. We'll be like after Alabama and Mississippi.
Yeah, everybody else will be in. There. Like I had one female tell me, y'all not. Well, she stays in Seattle. So she's like, y'all not legal yet? I'm like, no. She's like, wow.
They have more dispensaries in Seattle than Starbucks.
Wow.
That's how it's a lot.
It's crazy because I think, of course, the government is going to try to profit off of it some kind of way. They have to get their hands on it because it's a trend. Like, I'm pretty sure they profit off of alcohol and cigarettes, and that's like literally killing people.
Yeah.
Daily.
Marijuana is very highly taxed where it's legalized, but it's going towards education. It's going towards your roads. It's going through all the tax that it's benefiting the community.
Yeah.
And Cruz, he claims he's down. Beto supports it. The president supports it. So who knows what will happen? But the thing is, it's not just about you and me. There's people who need these things.
Yeah.
I have customers that come in with fibromyalgia, with cancer, with lupus, with Crohn's. And the lady that you just saw that came in, she's like, I've been in pain all over my body, and I've only been taking this. I met her on Sunday. She's been taking it for 5 days. You know what I mean? It makes such a big difference in some people's lives. Like, they'll come in and they can't open their hands. Their arthritis is so bad. They put a topical on, open their hands, or stand up straight for the first time in years, or sleep for the first time in years. It's just, it's beyond.
It's a lot of benefits.
Yeah, it's got great benefits.
So, vape pens. I was actually interested in vape pens. Like, can you give us a little, I guess, background on vape pens?
Yes, vaping is the fastest way and the most to get it to your system. Okay, so like if you're having like really high edge anxiety, you're having pain, you need something that's going to hit it really quick. Vaping does that for you. A lot of people ask me, okay, so is vaping bad for you like smoking and cigarettes? Again, there's not a lot of research on that, but there's no additives. There's no tobacco or nicotine or anything being added to these products. So you're smoking a natural herb. That much I can tell you. Okay. So it gets to your system the fastest. It is the shortest lived. It lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
When you do sublinguals, you're going to place them under your tongue or in a drink or on your food. Edibles, they're going through your whole digestive system, so you have to wait a little bit longer. You'll get the same effect. It's just going to be at a different amount of time, but when you do edibles, they last longer.
Okay.
For me, I can eat an edible and feel nothing. Like, I have to get the candy away from the register because I've got like 150 milligrams of CBD and I'm like, I don't feel nothing. But someone can eat one stick and be like totally relaxed and their stress melts away. So, like I said, it's trial and error, just like medication. You just got to find what works for you. And we're always here to give guidance. That's the one thing I can say about the owners in San Antonio of all the other shops. We're a community that cares about people, and we want to do the right thing because if any one of us messes up or says the wrong thing, then the FDA is going to come and try to control this, and we just want to help people. So pretty much, it's got a good vibe everywhere. We just had our first cannabis and coffee meeting on Wednesday. It was on the news. It was awesome. It was, nurses talking, business owners, people who use CBD, people who never use CBD. And it was just the first talk of San Antonio starting, like, how are we going to keep this to ourselves? Because we don't want it to be taken away from us. And the pharmaceutical companies control it like they, have been doing in the past.
So have y'all thought about having like was it just for the stores or?
No, it was for the community.
Oh, missed that.
Yeah,
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was called Coffee and Cannabis. It was all over
I
the
definitely
news.
would have went to
But
that.
it's going to be monthly.
Okay.
Yep, so I'll send you the information and then you can put it in the comments when you post this. Yeah, it's going to be monthly for everybody.
If y'all have any questions about this, if you attend this, take some time out and attend this, I'm pretty sure your question would be answered. Yeah. And I'm telling you, if you have any of these symptoms that she was saying, it's a list. She has a list of things that actually it helps, and I'm pretty sure 90% of us have at least one of these.
Yes.
If you have kids, you might have all of them. But
definitely,
you should come in. I don't know about the. I haven't been to. This is the only store that's the only one I knew of. I didn't know there was another one, and I ran across her on what was it, black owned businesses.
Yep.
And I was like, wow. I was just talking to my wife about it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check it out. And that day I came, I think it was raining hard, but I said, you know what? I'm going. And I came, and she gave me the information. I'm like, wow, man, there's so many people that probably don't even know nothing about this. And they probably got turned off for the whole thinking that I don't want to be high. I want to
be high.
But it's not the case. Yeah. Now, you can get that kind of stuff, but not here.
Yeah.
You would have to go somewhere else.
Yes.
We ain't gonna tell you where to get that from.
Right.
You're gonna have to find that.
I can't help you out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find that out yourself.
But if you got pain, inflammation, anxiety, autoimmune issues, like it helps with a lot of things. So that I can help you with.
It's different products. She got cream, she got oil, she got the drops, the vapes, the
Topicals.
Edibles. Edibles. I got a question. Edibles. Okay, so you have the edibles with the CBD, and then you have edibles.
I don't have any edibles with
Not
THC.
you, I'm just saying, because I had a while back, a long time ago, I had some banana bread that was baked with it, and I didn't know about it.
Right.
I know how it feels to be high, and I had it, and my cousins kind of set me up for it. So, I was wondering, so I know it's a different effect. So when you do it with, how do you make it with the oil, and how do you make it, I guess, with the
Well, all my edibles I purchased, they're already put together.
Made, okay.
Yeah, they're already put together because I want everything to be lab tested. Because we've got a lot of great people with wonderful intentions around here making their own things, but I can't sell those types of things because I need to know exactly what's in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to look out for my customers. But all my edibles, I don't have one that has THC in them. And if you've ever done an edible with THC, you know how relaxed you feel, how chill you feel, that calming effect. That's how you get with an edible that has CBD in it. And there's different strains, just like marijuana, it's cannabis. You have sativa strains where you get all stimulated and you're all focused and you got energy. You have indicas where you can be just chill and go to sleep, where you can just be calm.
In the couch.
Yes,
right?
yes. You got a lot of ADD, ADHD, autistic adults and children who really benefit from, the different strains that we have. And edibles seem to really, really work for them. People seem to really prefer that. So.
I think it's less, for the lack of words, thuggish. Some people think, oh, you smoking, you're such a thug. I guess if you eating it, it's more approachable.
Right.
I guess. But keep it away from the kids.
Yes.
Do not let your kids get a hold of this. I would advise you, if you get a candy, to go ahead and eat that before the kids even see it or hear the crumbling of the wrapper.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that give candies to people that they think need it without telling them. And it's not gonna, it's CBD. It's not gonna, harm you, or you're not gonna get high, you're not gonna fail your drug test, but I think it's hilarious. Like, my boss is just being really crabby today.
Yeah.
They're like, here, eat this chocolate. And then the rest of the day,
just
she's
relax.
I'm like, oh my God.
Take an hour break.
Yeah.
I guess that's about all the questions I have. You go ahead and I guess you can give them the location where you at.
Yes, I'm in the medical center area. I just moved here 3 weeks and 2 days ago. I wanted a bigger store, and I wanted to be more accessible to people that needed me. Like I said, my husband retired from the Army after 20 years. He's 100% disabled, so there's a lot of veteran clinics in the hospital and different hospitals around. So I'm off Fredericksburg Road in Data Point. I'm at 8122 Fredericksburg Road. I'm right next door to Subway and a pizza shop. I'm like squeezed in the middle. People are like looking all over me. I'm in the middle. Literally.
I was lost. The first time I came, I was like, where is this place at? And I finally got out and walked the sidewalk, and I'm like, oh.
Yes, I'm here.
Right here. The sign is right here. So it's a sign. It's going to say CBD. I ain't going to say you shouldn't miss it, but if you park right where the Subway is, you're going to see the sign.
Yeah,
so
see it.
you
and
just
my
come in.
Should be done hopefully by next week, but yeah.
And also, that amazing shirt that she has on, Live at 5 Studios. She's the first one with this shirt, the first color and everything.
Yes,
so
I'm rocking it. Thank you.
For all the people that didn't do the interview first when I called y'all, in your face. So, any last takeaways, suggestions, all that other good stuff?
I just want people to know that you can't get high. This is safe. You know, it's an option for you, your family, your kids, your cats, your dogs. Literally, we have stuff for everybody. You know, just do your research. If you're interested in it, feel free to come in without the pressure of thinking you have to buy anything. My husband and here are always here to educate you. We got to this because we have a passion to help. So, you know, that's what it is.
Or y'all can call. I'll post the information in the comments or in the description.
Call me anytime.
And you can call, and if you don't want to drive.
Yeah, or you can go on my Facebook page and look at my business, Key to Life Botanicals. I have a page on Facebook, just like the page. You can send me a private message. My husband and I are on the phone all night answering questions, you know, about everything. So
make sure y'all follow her business page. Also, you and your husband share?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
It's dedicated to the business. I have a product list on it in there with all my products. We have an Instagram. It's also hashtag Key to Life Botanicals. So you'll be able to track me down. I promise.
So make sure y'all go and follow on Instagram.
Please.
Follow the Facebook page. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't, which you should have, because I posted it. If you ain't follow my YouTube channel, Live at 5 Studios, this is going to be the first video on there.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Thank
you for your support, not just for my store, but other, you know, black businesses, minority businesses. This is minority owned. You know, I'm a black chocolate lady. And, my husband is, you know, Hispanic, Latino. So it's cool to be in the business. There's not a lot of minorities in the cannabis business.
Yeah.
Not a lot of females in the cannabis business. So thank you for your support.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to my boy Jason Shields at Exclusive Lifestyles for the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Hooked it up, man. I called him I texted him at like 2 o'clock and was like, hey, I need a shirt by 3:30. He had my shirt ready at 2:30.
That's so black.
So yeah, I tried to, because I just got home from work. I was like, okay, you know, I need to make sure the house is straight before I leave. So I tried to give an extra hour, but he was like, hey, you ready? I'm like, oh, snap, I'm not even ready. So
you took CP time to a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's it. Then I had to fight traffic to get out here, but we made it and we got it accomplished. So thank everybody. Go ahead and follow. I got a Facebook page, Live at 5 Facebook page. Go ahead and follow that. That's what all my interviews is gonna be on. It's gonna also be on YouTube. YouTube will be the director's cut with all the special effects and pictures and all that.
I want that one.
On Facebook, you're gonna get clips.
Oh,
like
raw.
3-minute clips. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Subscribe to hers, subscribe to mine. Let's support each other.
Yes.
If y'all have any businesses that y'all need promoted, let me know. I do free promotion. I'm all about promoting. Just promote me too. I'm not asking for no big thing. Just be like, hey, shout out to Live at 5, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Do all that. So with that said, we are out of here.
Out. Thank you.
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me. The HNIC. Are there any questions?